Good morning, Gail.
Get your taste buds ready?
I do. What do you have in store for me?
Well, we're going to try low-end grinders with low-end machine and higher-end machine.
Okay.
And then we're going to take high-end grinder and try it with low-end machine and high-end machine and see if we detect a difference in taste. Is it worth it? You know, the grinder situation.
Okay. And what the person who requested this was like, you know, you guys say the grinder is so important, so should I
Let's see.
buy a high-end grinder and a low-end machine, you know? So
Yeah.
I guess we'll taste and see, you know.
Let's spend $50 on a machine and $570 on a grinder.
So you have selected, what is the gear you're going to test with today?
We have the Krups here that we're going to use, and then we're going to use the Rocket. And
Okay.
we have the Infinity by Capresso and the Mazzer Mini Electronic.
And this is the Krups XP5280 model. All right, well, let's pause. You can dial in your business, and we'll be right back.
Dial in my business.
All right.
Got them dialed in.
So are you going to start, which grinder are you going to start with?
I'm here. Let's do this one.
Okay. Now this XP5280 has
Self-tamping.
self-tamping.
Yeah.
A little
the
notch
click, click,
system. So folks, what that means is that any crookedness, not Gail's fault.
Let's just stick a knife in Gail and see if she's done. A fork. Well, looky there. Da-da-da-da! They're going at the same rate for the,
Go,
for
Gail!
the first couple of seconds anyway, although the one on the right seems to have a bit of a lead. And the one on the left's coming around the curve. Into the home run! The one on the right wins! Once again.
If I was a betting gal, I'd always choose the right when you're around, Gail.
It wasn't that bad.
No. All right.
Not bad.
Serviceable shot.
Yep. Kind of, it's
Not very rich.
right. It's not full-bodied and rich, but it's not bitter. It's not sour.
It's
just
just
good.
kind of standard. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll be
standard.
right back with the Mazzer.
Yep. Let's wipe up the residuals so we don't get it on our shirts. I.e. Gail on her shirt.
Doesn't matter if I get it on mine, Gail. Nobody sees it anyway.
Yeah, and you've got a dark colored something on. I'm wearing. I always wear colors
I always
that
wear
show
black
the.
because I'm a vampire.
That's good to know.
At least that's what everybody jokes about.
No.
Because they can't see me in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
That visually looks like a better shot. Like it has more crema to it.
Looks good. Same coffee, by the way, folks. Super crema. We took it out of the same bag, so same vintage. Where's that pastry I had this weekend to go with this? Man, that was good stuff. 5,000 calories later.
Exactly.
Ooh. Scary. Big old
Okay, I think we're
big
good.
old cinnamon roll with a blob of cream cheese frosting. Mwah. More full-bodied.
Yes.
Yeah,
Richer.
more flavors coming through. Yep, it's a little bit better. I wouldn't say twice as good, but it's definitely a little better.
Yeah, it's there's more coffee flavor to it than that guy. It's richer.
30%.
There's still
I'd give it a 30% more.
there's still no like bitter or sour or anything. It's still a standard
Good.
shot.
Yep, it's good.
All right, so let's pause and we'll dial in these bad boys for the Rocket.
Right here.
All
Alrighty,
right.
so this is out of the Infinity.
This is the Capresso Infinity shot. Okay.
We'll give it the best.
Giving
Possible.
it the best that you've got.
Give it a little pre-infusion.
Now, as we were dialing this in, we were kind of torn between two notches where,
Having a hard time with it. This
yeah,
is the best we could do.
and this was even like you had to lighten your tamp a little bit for this
A
guy.
tad, and still it's. Alrighty. It doesn't
But-
look bad.
No, it doesn't.
See?
And actually, visually, we should note that this shot looks better than the shots off the Krups as far as the crema. And,
Right. It's brighter than the one out of the Krups. with
It's
the
a lot
Infinity.
richer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a richer shot in general.
All Okay, let's see what we can get out of the...
But you know, it's a serviceable shot. It's maybe a
Yeah.
little bit on the sour side.
Not bad.
But okay, we'll be
Okay.
right back with the Mazzer.
Yep, all right, so...
Mazzer shot.
Mazzer, let's do the pre-infusion. Coming out nice. More controllable.
Yeah.
The speed of the brew.
So I mean, I did think that we were going to be taking the Capresso down to the finest, but we were a notch up. So there
Yep.
was some room to move, I guess.
A little bit.
With this coffee anyway.
Yeah, super crema. So, looks good.
You gonna hand one to me, Gail, or am I
I
gonna
am.
stand here?
No, you're just going to stand there. More full-bodied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smoother too.
Yeah, it's
Not as
much-
much. Not there was a sour note in the Capresso
I
one.
called it bright, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
a sour note. This is much smoother.
So what are your thoughts, Gail?
Well, you do get a different taste out of buying a higher-end grinder. And you have more control.
How would you compare the Capresso Infinity shot with the Rocket to the Mazzer shot with the Krups XP5280?
Say that again.
So the lower end grinder, the Capresso with the
Yeah.
Rocket, versus the higher end grinder, the Mazzer with the XP5280.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I mean,
You're
I would
still-
say in general, both shots.
You're still getting a better shot out of the Mazzer on both machines.
Well, no. I'm saying lower end grinder on the Rocket versus higher end grinder on the XP5280.
Oh.
Those shots.
Ooh.
I still feel
Ooh,
like
that's a tough one.
I still feel like the Rocket shots were tastier. Like they were richer shots.
Even with the yes.
Overall, regardless of the grinder
overall, they
used.
are. Yeah, I would agree. They're overall a better shot all around. Whether you have a high-end grinder or a low-end grinder.
Would you choose a Rocket and the Infinity versus, like, how do you feel about that shot versus the one on the?
I wouldn't.
But if your other choice was the XP5280, like if your budget allowed for one combination or the other,
Oh, I'd go for the higher-end grinder.
you would do the Mazzer with
Yeah.
the XP5280.
I would do the higher-end grinder because eventually down the road, the Krups, you're going to upgrade.
Yeah.
And your grinder's already in place, you're set, you're ready to go.
Or do you buy
But-
the machine and then say, I'm going to suffer through some serviceable shots for a while and then upgrade my grinder?
No, I did the grinder first. That's just, that's how, I don't know. I still think the grinder,
Is where it's at.
I would still put the grinder ahead of the machine.
Okay.
And then as you grow, you've got everything in place. The grinder is in place, is what I mean to say.
And then
you're
can-
doing the best that you can with your Krups. If you go with a higher end grinder.
Yeah, and there was a difference. Like that
Yeah.
Infinity shot off the Krups, it was all right, but it wasn't that rich.
It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't quite the same.
All right, well, there's our little test.
That's our big test. Big, little, medium. It's a test.
Thank you very much,
You're
Gail.
welcome. Have a good day.
You too.